Hey Sandra, thank you for coming to this page. I know that you get messages, phone calls, all sorts of funny stuff coming from people telling you that Armageddon has happened and your website is the worst of it. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to go page by page, describing all the different areas that could use improvement, and then show you proactively what we do for other clients to help them improve their online presence, get more traffic to their website, and as a result, turn more of those people who are visitors into paying customers. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. So the first thing I like to do is really look at a company's online presence just by searching for them by name. Okay. So I just want to kind of see what these suggestions are that are popping up here. It's pretty cool to see that. But the very first thing that comes up is your website, which is fantastic. It's really cool to see this. A lot of times what you find is that websites don't even appear at the top of search rankings. You might see something like a Facebook page or a Yelp review, and sometimes it's a bad one. You know, that kind of stuff is very frustrating. So it's very good to see that you're up at the top here. And over here to the right, I'm seeing that you have your Google My Business listing, but I'm guessing it could use some work. So I'm going to click through these photos here, and I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm not really much of a fast talker, but I don't want to bore you to death. So as we're looking here, I can see that you just have that photo from the truck that drives around from Google, and they just take the picture of the location as they're driving by. What you really want to do is spend some time, go into this Google My Business listing, gather about 5 photos and your logo, and plug that information into that Google My Business listing. You can also include things like videos. You can even post a couple things, which is pretty cool, kind of like a social media profile. Well, I'm not sure if that's even your cup of tea, but that is something that is very important that you want to do. And there's another free thing that you can do. Both of these are free. It's called Bing Places for Business. And what you want to do is go here, check out the same sort of business listing for your company. It's pretty straightforward. Step by step, you're putting in your business hours, your logo, different photos, other sorts of basic demographic information, contact information, stuff like that. So these are some free things you can do right away that will help as people are searching online to find you more often. And as long as that information matches up with your website, that's going to help out quite a bit. And so this is really a good sign that we're seeing these what are called mini site links. These mini site links help people to navigate to different pages in your website pretty quickly without having to go into the home page and then search around. It's very, very helpful. Some of the things that we do oftentimes help our clients show up like this. So instead of it just being those mini site links, you get the full-blown site links. And so for Cheap Petroleum here, we have 6 additional pages that appear, and this is really dominating the page, right? If you can do this and accomplish it, it makes a very powerful statement, and people who are looking online are going to see that and go, whoa, they're a serious company here. And typically you see the larger corporations, bigger companies with this kind of stuff, but Cheap Petroleum, you know, they're a small company here locally, more of a medium-sized company, and they're located near the intersection of Highway 24 and 8th Street, right there by the interstate, I-25. So anyhow, I'm going to go back and forth between your site and their site. I'm going to show you some of those areas of improvement that could really help you to get more people to your website that hopefully convert into paying clients. So as I look through here, I'm seeing right away that you got some neat stuff. There are ways to change out this image. It's technically like a video almost, so that you don't get these funny bars, black bars on the side. Okay, let's look through this a little bit. So there's ways to make sure that that image fits. Right now, it looks a little bit goofy. You know, just seeing these images cut out and some good stock images are pretty decent. Some of them get a little goofy. But I'm going to go through here. I'm going to make some strong recommendations for particular things. This is just a typical older design in terms of the way that things look and feel. You've got kind of the yellowish background. You've got things that are kind of blocky. They don't flow very well together. I kind of have a hard time explaining what I mean by that, but I'll show you here in just a moment some of the comparisons that we would make. As we're looking at this here, it is a boxed design is what that's called, where you have these empty gaps in the sides, and then you have inside these boxes is where everything resides. So you have a box here, a box there, and most of the pages are like that. And so as we're going through this, I just want to encourage you, there's some good best practices that we like to follow. A homepage should be 500 to 1,000 words of copy. Copy is just the words, the text. That's the industry term. So if you hear me talk about copy, you'll know what I mean. So 500 to 1,000 on the homepage. Right now, you're definitely short of that. We definitely recommend working on that, improving that, and including some very specific information. Your testimonials are good. Having these here is a great idea, and that helps for sure, especially if they have specific keywords in place. If people search for, a specific kind of service that you offer, and there is that service mentioned in the testimonial, that helps you even more. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So just a much more traditional look and feel. This is very good that you've got the security feature here. A lot of people are missing that, so that's very good. This is called a favicon or fave icon, and the fave icon should be representative of your company. That looks like a hat for somebody that, what do you call those? It's like somebody who rides horses. The girls who they do the horse jumping. Anyway, I'm guessing it's a hard hat. But there's lots of little aesthetic things that can be done. But let me tell you a little bit about where people get the most traction, the most leverage when they are really considering making a change to their website. So when you see here the different services that are listed here in your services page, typically what you want to do is have those services, and let's see what happens here. Okay, so if I click on construction management, it's in the same page and it scrolls down below. Interesting tactic. The better approach would be something like what you have with the projects, okay? So with the projects, you have different industries represented, and they have their individual pages, right? And so that's typically what you would want to do with something like your services page. Okay, so there's just a title, I think. General contractors for residential construction. Okay, they're very keyword driven. Looks like somebody's trying to get you some leverage out of that. Yeah, this is structured kind of funny. Let's see, let me go into healthcare. Is it the same thing? Okay, no, you actually have, okay, that's probably what it was intended to be, is eventually you would have photos there, right? Fountain Valley Medical Center, tenant finish. This is great. This is very good because that's keyword driven. Let's try the historical one. General contractors for historical buildings. Good. I know that building. That's cool. Love that building. That's really neat. I didn't know you did that one. Is this one in... I'm not sure where that's at. Manitou? Beautiful home. Or beautiful church, I should say. Industrial. Cool. And I just wanted to check out some of the different things you have here. And this is great that you've got some of these good attributes. You want the same thing with your services, okay? So I'm going to show you what Cheap Petroleum is doing here and the different things that we have done to these pages to make sure they're structured really well. Before we started their website, we did some research and we built out the different pages, but we are going back in and we're making improvements over time. And the most recent keyword research is revealing there are 40,500 searches every month in Google. And this is a national search. This isn't just Colorado Springs. There are 40,000 searches every month for the term kerosene. There are 33,000 searches each and every month for the term kerosene heater. Okay, and so so on and so forth. You see this whole list that's in descending order. what this client is doing is they're going back in and they're rewriting a whole bunch of the information about their website, and they want to make sure that they appear in search engines more frequently for the services and products they offer. And so home heating oil is another good one, 3,600 searches. Where to buy kerosene, 2,900 searches, that kind of stuff. Okay, and then we did that for all the pages, race fuel, fuel delivery, all that kind of stuff. And so now this client knows precisely what needs to be mentioned throughout the website. And it's not just about what needs to be said, it's about how it needs to be structured. So the structure here, when we look at this, the slug of this page is kerosene. The title of the page is kerosene. These are those key terms we were just looking at: where to buy kerosene, kerosene heaters and wicks. These are what you call the subtitles or subheadings, and this is very, very helpful. This goes a long way, especially when they follow up with a paragraph that discusses that particular subject matter mentioned in the title. When they do that, it's extremely helpful because search engines are saying, ooh, these people are subject matter experts in all things kerosene. Okay, this is what you want to be known for. These are the ways that you want to position yourself in your industry for your services. We also do a big laundry list of things to really draw people in and make search engines happy, so that there's special descriptions, titles, code all throughout the back end of the website to make sure that those search engines are saying, ooh, okay, these people have built the website properly so that they should be showing up at the top, okay, of search rankings for their services. And really what happens, let's see, if we search for kerosene, if I could spell it right, kerosene, Colorado Springs. Let's see what happens. I haven't searched for this yet. Okay, the yellow pages comes up first. And then you have Cheap Petroleum's kerosene page. That's beautiful. Who else is going to go anywhere else? Okay, and so now the Cheap Petroleum Google My Business listing is off to the right as well. So this is very powerful, makes a very big impression. I know that if we search for race fuel Colorado Springs, we're not searching for them by name. We're searching for the product and location. Race fuel Colorado Springs, what that brings up is their Google My Business listing first, and then that very first page is race fuel. We've structured the website with all those attributes I just talked about to make sure they are making the strongest impression. They are showing up at the top. They are the ones getting the business for all this. Okay, they are in the oil and gas industry. We're talking about billion-dollar companies that they compete with, but they're doing really well because they've allowed us to go in and build this thing out the right way. So, Sandra, I just wanted to talk with you about this and see what your thoughts were. Are you looking to make a change in 2019 where you have a website that helped you grow more, reach your goals as a company, and ultimately get your phone ringing, get more people filling out these web forms in your website? We want them to fill out more of this underneath your photo. And I feel like that's just a great warm photo, very approachable and personable. So I would, you have a lot of these menu items. You want to do the same sort of thing like you've got here with the services as well. I'm going to check one more thing real quick, and that is, what does your website look like on a mobile device? It's a really big deal nowadays because there are so many people that struggle with a website that just looks terrible on mobile. And yours isn't bad. It's really not. Oh, that first photo on the homepage gets really squished. It's, you're not going to see it very well. It gets squished really badly. So I'll show you a few client sites. That way you get an idea for our work. Let's go to this one here. I'll show you a few of my favorites. That way you get an idea of some more of our work. You already saw Odyssey or Cheap Petroleum. Now this is Odyssey Gastropub. They're a restaurant downtown near Tejon and Platte. And I'll just mention a few of the things that we've done for them. We had a photo shoot and some beautiful, great photos here. Very modern website. It stretches out to fill the entire page, right? Um, and you see here that this background moves at a slightly different rate than the rest of the page. That's called parallax. It's a really neat feature. You'll see that this title also kind of fades out. You see that? It's called an animation. And so when you're looking at these photos, for a restaurant especially, you just want to grab that food right off the page and eat it, right? That's what we want to accomplish for you. People want to reach out. They want to contact you. They want to do business with you, okay? This is just a great example, and very important to have really high-end photos that are sharp, zoomed in, look really good. This is another client of ours downtown, actually right up on the same street as Odyssey, and one of my favorite sites. I love kids, and this was a really fun photo shoot that we did for them. There was actually about 5 different photo shoots that we did over time for them, and we get a lot of business from this one website because it's such a gorgeous site. But you can see here that it flows really well, and this is a little clunky while I'm recording my screen. Things are a little choppier than they should be. If you were to check this out on your own screen, it would look much smoother. So as we're going through this, I just want to give you sort of an idea of the types of websites we build. They're pretty high-end, they look very professional, and they work well on all devices. And so, Sandra, I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to getting to know you. If you're watching this from your smartphone, you can scroll below, click on my phone number, and give me a call right away. Or if you prefer, you can click on that email, send me a message. I'm happy to take you out and treat you for lunch or coffee sometime, and leave you off better than I found you. I promise to do at least that, if nothing else. Okay? So I look forward to hearing from you soon.